Hey, this is Deborah with Redirecting, and I want to give a quick update on the apartment Patty situation. Apparently, she is married to a black man. Now, if the image I'm looking at is him, he actually looks mixed to me. I'm not sure if this is the image or not, but nonetheless, whether he's mixed or black, unfortunately, people believe that just because you're married to someone black, or you're friends with someone black, or you like someone black, or you have someone black in your family, that just automatically cancels you out from being racist. Okay, apartment Patty, your actions against that young man only proved what was deeply embedded down inside, that you have an issue with black people. And regardless to who you're married to, whether he is a participant in the one drop rule, whether he's fully black or mixed or whatever he is, that does not prove that you are not racist and that you do not have issues with so-called black people. You see, it amazes me how these people, people such as Apartment Patty and so many others, how when they get called out on their behaviors and they're getting filmed and things are going viral on them, it amazes me how when they go and they talk to network news, they're on the news or in front of the cameras crying or mustering up tears or showing some type of sorrow, and they always come back with the same thing, that they are getting death threats. Now, some of us have gotten real death threats, and I would like to know what kind of death threats that you get, Apartment Patty, and so many others who just love calling the police on so-called black people. You're getting death threats, huh? Who? What you're trying to do is you are using a form of witchcraft, to where you're using words or you're casting a spell on the minds of people who are looking at you. You want other people to turn off their sympathy from your victim and turn the sympathy on to you. So you want to appeal to all of those who are racist just like you and say, well, I'm getting death threats because of this. All I was trying to do was protect my apartment building. I didn't mean any harm. I didn't mean him any harm. As a matter of fact, when I followed him up to his apartment, I said, I just wanted to know where my neighbor was. I see that you have your key. I just want to get to know you. I want to get to know you. I want to get to know you. Whatever, Apartment Patty. Listen, family, sometimes I have a silly side. And people like this, they're just so funny. They crack me up because they actually convince so many people that they are really afraid and that they're really doing what is best for the rest of the people in the building by protecting them from this very small, skinny, frail, unthreatening looking black man. They're protecting everyone. Now, the question is, who's going to protect us from you, Apartment Patty, and Barbecue Becky, Cornerstone Carolyn, and all of the rest of you? Who's going to protect us from you? Should we start running the other way when we see you? Now, for those of you who are Gentile and you follow our ministry or you follow this channel, you have to understand, because many of you, sometimes you say that you follow our ministry or you follow this channel, and you get a little upset or ticked off when we talk about things like this. Now, you have to understand something. Put yourself in our shoes. I shouldn't have to explain this, but I'm going to do it just for the sake of doing it. Okay? When we talk about these things that we go through, we don't expect to get backlash from you as if you don't understand why we talk about these things. We do have sleepers all around the world. You see, our own people, your people, they are sleepers. And a lot of our people are, I wouldn't say in the dark. I think they're simply choosing not to see these things. And the more they see and understand these things that are happening, the more alert they will be, and they will learn how to deal with these types of situations so that we don't find ourselves sitting in some jail cell because Apartment Patty calls the police on us, or in a casket being buried because someone gets overly aggressive because they get frightened when they see a black person who's doing nothing to them. So again, when you say that you're not being racist, but you're doing things like this. Save it for the birds, because we know better. You are being racist, Apartment Patty. And this is not funny. These are people's lives you are dealing with. When you think you can follow, antagonize, and threaten, call the police, and all of these things on people simply because they're black. Do we need to do a hashtag living while black? You see, it's all kinds of things that we are doing, living while black, and we're being antagonized, arrested, berated, mistreated, all kinds of things while living while black, breathing while black, walking while black, talking while black, staring while black. You can't even make contact with some of them without them feeling threatened. You have to ask yourself, what is wrong with you, not what is wrong with us. Should we be the ones calling the police? Oh, there is a strange white woman looking at me. Oh, there's a strange white man walking behind me. Should we do that? Is that what we need to do? Who should we call? Should we call the police too? Should we call the FBI and say, look, there is a strange person following me? Anyway, having black friends, being married to a black man or half black man or whatever, saying hi to a black person doesn't mean you're not racist, okay? And for those of you who call yourselves Christians, you have a whole lot of praying and repenting to do, okay? Because your ways, the stink of your sins have reached unto heaven, O daughter of Babylon, okay? You got a lot of work to do. And with that, I will say shalom.